So if you thought to yourself, boy, I'd really love to learn how to play the bass guitar, but I'm too old, it's way too late. Nonsense. I totally disagree. Let's talk about it. So here's the deal, right? I think anybody can get into learning and having a great time and enjoy themselves, learn to play the bass guitar. And you don't need to learn a whole ton of theory and all the scales and everything out there. You just need a few simple things. You also just need a practice plan that suits your lifestyle. I have plenty of students that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s above, right? That are learning right now and they're enjoying the hell out of it. And there's just a few things that I suggest if you want to get a little bit farther down the road and rather just guessing all the time and trying to figure out what you're doing, there's just a few things you can do that's going to help your playing quite a bit. Okay, so one of them is structuring a practice plan. It doesn't need to be crazy, even if it's just 30 minutes a day. If you have a few moments or a few items that you're really kind of focusing on, you're going to see a lot of improvement and you're going to enjoy it a lot more. So here's a couple ideas. Okay, so one is if you segment your practice maybe into 3 sections, right? The first part just being some warm-ups, some finger exercises, dexterity exercises. Next part might be working on your groove or your timing or your feel. And then the third part, picking up bass lines or riffs that you know or that you like and then trying to play them in different areas. So let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. Okay, so first we'll warm up with just some, especially for beginners, you're going to really want to do this, is just getting some nice, even, clear, clean sounds from my open strings, right? And I'm just hitting the E string, then working the A string, and following up onto the E string with my finger. So I'm not pulling off like that. I'm resting my thumb on the pickup, getting a nice, even, I like to say brushing the strings. Start working some of your dexterity exercises. I call them spider fingers, right? Just one fret at a time and switching strings and trying to get nice clean sounds. Again, I'm going really fast for the sake of the video, but you shouldn't, right? Try to get, and then maybe different spots of the neck. I notice for some people who are beginners, you might need to start a little higher up on the neck and then work your way down, because it can be really hard down here, right, where you have to really slide the hand, a little bit stretch for the fingers, but we're trying to get that nice shape with the right hand, and we're also trying to get that nice shape, thumb behind the back of the neck, and nice tone pressing right behind the fret there, and trying to not get buzzes, right? So start your practice off that way, 5 to 10 minutes of just kind of monotonous but important fundamentals of getting the sounds out of your bass, getting the nice fretted sounds out of your neck there. Okay, then the next part of your practice, once you've done your warm-ups, get like a drum machine, a metronome at the very least, but nowadays it's just so easy to get drum machines either on your phone or on your computer. Find a nice easy groove that you can work with, just hitting root notes, right? Like for an example here, I'm going to show you something where I'm just hitting an open E, then I'm working the A, and then I'm working the B on the E string primarily, and I'll throw a little embellishment in there, but just a practice to get the feel, get the groove. I'm trying to lock in with the kick drum. I'm adding some beats, but the kick drum is the primary groove. So here's an example of what I mean. Okay, then the last part of practice, the third part, maybe pick a bass line or a riff or something that you like or that you're working on. And then what I think is a good idea is, if you can, is try to play that riff in different parts of the bass or even different keys. So here's a real simple one, from Cream, Sunshine of Your Love, right? Which is usually going to be done a lot of times here on the G string, where they're going. So I'm on the 7th fret, 5th fret, I'm playing the D, C, D, then I'm walking down from the A flat to G, and then I'm hitting that D to F. That's basically the blues scale, right? But I can also play it up here on the 12th fret. Now I can also play up to the 4, which is the G, which is what they do in the tune, right? Right? But I can also move that riff around the neck. Maybe I want to play it from the D here, or from the A, or up. Right? So I'm just internalizing that riff and getting it comfortable all over the neck, okay? But that's like another thing you can do with your practice, or you can work different bass lines, different songs, or what have you, right? But different licks rather, but then try to play them in different parts of the neck. So again, like up to the 12th fret or from the 7th, you know, different strings, helps you really start to understand your neck even better. And it's more fun. So, you know, like I said, guys, I don't think it's ever too late. And in the Bass Corner, which is our free online community, which you're welcome to join, I'll put a link down there. We got tons of guys that are in retirement or older, or picking up for the first time. They're in their 50s, 60s, 70s even, or people that used to play a long time ago that are rediscovering it. You know, just as long as you're having fun. But if you want to improve, if you want to get better, it doesn't have to be so terrible. It doesn't have to be a grueling road. Just a couple of these things, right? Every day, getting your timing, getting your intonation, starting to understand chords. You're going to make a lot of improvement. You're going to make a lot of progress. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I look forward to seeing you next time. You guys have a great day. Take care.